and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. Today we're going to be having a little bit of fun, and I hope actually lots of fun. So this is going to be part of a new series that's called Learning, to play with the tarot, learning to read tarot, right? Because there's some people who have been talking about learning how to read the tarot and then growing with it. So this is actually part of a set that's like tarot on the go, and this is $5. So I chose the set because I'm like, I believe most people can afford a $5 tarot deck, and you can find this in Target, you can find it on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So it's like tarot on the go, and there's like a little set, and so I thought that would be good. So that's why I'm choosing this. This is, if you want to flip through this, you can. Right now, this is not what I want to do because so what happens to a lot of people is that this is like a tarot has 78 cards, and they're like overwhelmed because they feel like they have to memorize all 78 cards and their meanings. And although yes, we're going to play with that in later on, that's not the important thing I want to focus on today. So tarot is basically, it's kind of basically, with the tarot, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be telling a story based on the cards, right? There's like, and they kind of like have each card kind of has energy to them. You can feel it with the images. You can just feel it somehow. You just connect. So it's really connecting with your intuition when you're playing with this, with the tarot. So that's why part of it's like, I don't want the focus to be on memorizing the meaning. Like, we'll do that later, but this is like, well, what I want you to really do is, once you have the tarot, just look at it. Look at your cards. Look at which cards, especially, I want you to pick out the cards that really call you to it. You know what I mean? Which cards just make you go, oh, right, I really love it. And in particular, which is your, the card that you resonate with the most. And resonating really means when you look at it, it strikes something in your heart chakra, or even it could be in your gut as well, in your solar plexus. So there's something about it that just okay, that feels like it's echoing something inside yourself. So that's usually what resonating means. Because I know a lot of people it resonates, but how does it resonate, right? So I want you to go ahead and look through the whole tarot deck, right? And choose whichever cards are drawing you to it. I have to say, to me, the Ace of Cups was drawing me there. This Four of Rods was drawing me in as well. Kind of, yeah. Like this one too. I have a lot of aces that I like. Yeah, don't know why the moon is there for me as well. So I'm choosing whatever it is, the random cards that I kind of am being drawn to. This one, Seven of Cups for some reason. So Two of Pentacles, it's being drawn. So I want you to do that. And I really, this was part of the thing. So now we'll go, go all believers. And then we have the High Priestess is also there. So I'm just choosing random cards, right? I want you to do the same. And I want you to, whatever cards you choose, right? I believe in pen and paper and writing things out. So, of course, I believe it, but I don't have it here. But what I want you to do is I want you to look at the cards that you chose, because this is you choosing what's resonating, and really focusing on what it is that it drew you to that card, right? We have, for me, the Seven of Cups. So what really brought my attention was here we have the fairy, we have the dragon, we have the rainbow, the stars, and the castles. Also the wizard that's there and the clouds that was there. I'm this resonated to me just because it's because of what it all these different things that are oh, these are all kind of cool. There's a little treasure here. I like the fairies. I do like dragons. It's there's some sort of whimsicalness to it that just drew me to it. It's not I don't need to know the meaning of it right now. I just want to know what it is that attracted me to it. So, but if you want to play a game, which I do think it's so what is it that this could mean to me, right? It could mean that I like the idea of like having different like to me it seems like there's different things I can play with, like different ideas. Like I see different ideas, like, oh, there's a rainbow, here's a dragon, maybe also like different kind of helpers coming through as well. Like, what's this castle mean? Like, oh, I like the idea of like having this castle. I do love octopus. Octopi, actually, I love octopi. Octopi are very intelligent, so I'm like, oh, maybe there's something about intelligence coming through. Like, to me it just seems like different ideas that I can play. So when I look at this card, I get filled with ideas. So this is like something that I want you to do this week, okay? This is a very simple exercise, and we can, like, you could do it right now. And it's so much so that I actually feel like maybe you should just flip through the things and let me write in the comments, like, which cards drew you to them, like what cards drew you to them and why it is that they drew you to it. I really see, like, I have this thing that I'm just like, oh, I like this castle and I like this flowery bed that's there. I really like this idea of like, oh, this is just, it seems like a fun scene to me. Here, I chose this one because even though like there is this stimulus and I guess the eyes are closed, but I like this balance. I like the ocean that's riding in the background, and yet still there's this balance here. I also have a strong connection to the infinite sign, which I see right here. So I want, like, if that's what you're going to do for this week. I know, right? It's like a weird way of learning tarot, but it's because I feel like the whole purpose of cards is that they kind of speak to us, and they speak to us in a different way, in a different manner, each person. And that's why if you're like me and love to watch pick cards and like watch different readers, how they read the cards is different because it's like each card represents something different for each reader, right? And there's a different connection. If there was a beautiful quotation that I used for my Mystic Site Oracle, that it's about the photographs, right? It's not just about photography. It's not just about taking a picture of it, but what really brings about pictures, what brings about like what brings about a different picture is actually what not only the photographer is seeing, like what their past experience has brought to it, but also what the viewer who's looking at the picture, what is it about them that pulls? Like, do they have like past experiences, their family, their, like, it's a connection. And the tarot is sort of like that. Each reader connects with the cards a little different. They see things that maybe somebody else doesn't see because they're reading it that way. And I want you to be able to read it that way, not just like, oh, I know what this card means, I know what this card means. Because if we learn the tarot that way, we're kind of missing out on an experience of like our intuitive nature. It's like when we're just memorizing things. No, we want to really enjoy and really connect to the tarot, and that's something that I hope that you're gonna see this. So I want you to like play with this, and I do like to give little homeworks. Okay, so this is gonna be a really fun little homework, right? I want to, so out of all the tarot cards, I want you to choose one that you really think represents you, and if you can, just write it down in the description. Like, look through them, really, even the ones that you chose, like which one of all of them really represents you, and then like let me know what it is, and why you think that is. I would love to hear about it. So this is going to be it for our first learning how to play with the tarot, read the tarot series. So let me know if you like this. Next week we're going to go on and do a little more advanced. I do promise we will actually like go look at like the meaning of each card in detail, but right now that's not the focus. I just want you to start playing with the tarot, and you don't have to use this one. I liked it because it's $5, and I feel like everybody hopefully can afford it. And also like, it has a little book here, and I also like these pictures are very, I think they all just resonate really well in terms of like there's a lot of pictures in there. But if you have a favorite tarot deck that you have, just go ahead and use that one. But really, like just go through it and choose the cards out of all of the decks that just are calling you to it, and then write out the reason why. And then after you're done, I know, so much homework. So just choose out of all of them, just choose one card. If you want to focus on the major arcana, and actually, I guess we can do that. We'll talk about the major arcana next week. So, okay, but just choose one card out of all the ones that really like resonated and you feel like that's the card that represents you, and let me know what it is. Oh, it's so excited. I hope you like this. If you do, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I love the tarot, and I hope that I can help you love the tarot too, because it's such an amazing like tool, and just it's like a friend. It really is. It's like a friend, and we'll play with it so good. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say I'm sending lots of love, lots of joy, lots of happiness, lots of fun, and prosperity and abundance, and just overall well-being. And I will see you next week for our second part of learning the tarot and how to play with it. Bye bye.